Picture your favorite video game. Does it have moments like these?
Return that's it! Let's go! Oh! Who's your list? Oh!
It's a backhander, this is big. He recovers.
Oh, the tournament winner! Wow, everybody presses forward on the great thing, and then the end of EVO 2016.
There's a lot of anticipation here.
That's it! That's it!
And Mango. Oh!
Mango's bringing it up! He's
off a parry.
This is it!
No.
Look at it! Look at it!
The down smash.
It's over!
It's over! Upson did it! Upson did it! The first time in history Upson wins a super major, the hardest tournament we've ever seen in 22 years.
Kobe was one open up, one mistake from Mango. Jab reset up air, jab reset up air.
This is Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube, a game that came out in 2001, which is the same year as iTunes and Spirited Away and Monsters Inc. Over 20 years since this game's release, it's still going strong thanks to its passionate community. But why are Melee players so dedicated to this game? And what's it like to immerse yourself in one of the most enduring video game communities of all time? And is it really life-changing? Let's take a look. Here's how Melee works. This is you, and that over there is your opponent. You're both dropped onto this floating level called the stage. The object of the game is to smash, throw, combo, and dunk your opponent off of the stage 4 times before they do it to you. Last one standing wins. Smash's mainstream appeal is that it's pretty easy to understand and pick up and play. But Melee's deep game engine and many advanced techniques makes the skill ceiling really high. You have almost total freedom in your character's movement and combo building options. Instead of just memorizing a series of inputs, this makes Melee more of a creative expression. On top of that, high-level players have such a deep understanding of the game that one opening can often lead to a complete stock. This might seem intimidating, but once you get into it, it's really satisfying to be able to move your character around exactly how you want and string a combo together. But that's just a small part of what makes Melee so special. I'm talking about 16 people crammed into a basement fighting over $40. I'm talking about carrying a super heavy CRT from your dorm room to the city bus and everybody's looking at you all weird. I'm talking about sleeping on the floor of the hotel room in a nest of pillows and blankets because you registered for this tournament a week ago and the hotel sold out 3 months ago. I'm talking about the Melee community experience. Back in the Middle Ages, before Discord existed, my friends and I used to find out about Melee tournaments through this old website called Smashboards. Sometime around 2012, we decided to go to our first tournament. We practiced super hard. I was pretty sure that I was going to win that tournament. When we got there, my first match was against this dude I'd never met, called Kirby Kaze, who was top 10 in the world at the time. I did not end up winning the tournament. Actually, my friends and I all tied for dead last. But seeing the level of play that was possible and getting to meet all of these really cool people that were passionate about the same thing we were really lit a fire in us to improve. If I learned one thing at that tournament, it was that people love Melee. They love playing Melee, they love talking about Melee, they love watching Melee. This party game from 2001 just had a special way of bringing people together. And whether you're at Kings of Halley in Nova Scotia or Big House in Michigan, you can sit down at any setup in the venue and instantly make a connection with the person across from you. You're both there for the same reason. The mutual love of the game can make a faraway city tournament feel like hanging out with your friends in your backyard. And that's been the story of Melee ever since the competitive scene took its first steps. No matter the challenges, the Melee community finds a way to keep the game alive and full of energy. For example, in June 2020, at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, this dude Fizzy and a group of developers created a modded version of the Dolphin emulator called Project Slippy. Slippy allowed for automatic matchmaking and the ability to play Melee with rollback netcode. At a time when leaving your house wasn't really an option, this allowed new players to have access to the game. And for veteran players, it provided an opportunity for online competition and some real quality practice. And now there's even a ranked mode if you're feeling degenerate enough. If Melee sounds like a good fit for you, the good news is it's never been easier to get into it. Go and dig up your legally obtained copy of the game and scuffed orange controller that you used to play Double Dash with. Pick a character. Melee has 26 of them. People will tell you to pick one of the competitively viable characters, but I guarantee there's at least one sicko in your region that's gonna pick a low tier cheeser and pull your ass under the stage with a glitch that can't even be patched out. That's just part of the experience. After that's all sorted out, try and learn some of the basic game mechanics. Might seem like a lot to learn at first, but there are tons of resources out there. There's Reddit threads, YouTube videos, character-specific Discords, whatever you need is online to help. When the time comes, go and meet your local scene. Nobody will judge you for being new. The Smash community is known for being inclusive and welcoming to new players. And at locals, there are people of all skill levels, and some of them honestly never improve. They're just there to go O2 in bracket and get a fried chicken sandwich with their friends afterwards. That's cool. Enter the tournament, maybe you lose all your games, but try and learn from your losses. Before you know it, you'll be a Melee old head complaining about rectangles and Jigglypuff. So Super Smash Bros. Melee is more than just a video game from the flip phone era. It's a competitive outlet and an opportunity for creative expression. It's a community that pours its heart and soul into its events, its gameplay, and its creative projects. When I started going to tournaments as a 14-year-old, I had no idea that I would meet some of my most lifelong friends, get to travel all over the place, and be a part of something that was more than just playing video games. Melee and its community totally changed my life for the better.